Hola, estudiantes. Today we are going to be doing our notes on Gustar and infinitives. Now, we've already done some notes on Gustar. You should be thinking, haven't we practiced like me gusta, te gusta, and le gusta? You're right, but we're going to take it even further today. First of all, we have to talk about what an infinitive is. An infinitive, the definition, is the most basic form of a verb. And in English, infinitives are two words, okay? To something, okay? To run, to laugh, to play, okay? These are all infinitives. And in Spanish, infinitives are only one word. In English, they're two. In Spanish, it's one. And they end in AR, ER, or IR. Okay, so think about this definition, look at your vocabulary list, and see if you can find some infinitives on your vocabulary list that end in AR, ER, and IR. You can pause this video for a moment to catch up both on your note sheet and to think of some examples. Did you think of some infinitives in Spanish? So, let's think of some AR infinitives. I thought of estudiar, to study. I thought of bailar, to dance. For ER infinitives, I thought of beber, to drink, comer, to eat. And IR infinitives in Spanish, there are less of them, but we do have a couple on our vocabulary list, at least one. Escribir, to write. Make sure you have some examples of both infinitives in English and in Spanish, as well as the definition of an infinitive on your note sheet now. All right, on to Gustar. We use Gustar to say what somebody likes to do. Now, we use these following phrases with an infinitive, which we've already practiced, right? Because we already know, hopefully you remember, I like, me gusta. You like, familiar to someone like a friend, a family member, someone younger than you. Te gusta. You like, formal, or he or she likes, le gusta. These are the three that we've already practiced, and now we're going to add three more. We like, nos gusta. Y'all like. When I say y'all, I mean you, but to more than one person, okay? Like all of you. If I'm talking to all of you as a class, all of you in Spain would be os gusta. It's interesting because when we're saying you to a bunch of people, y'all, in Spain, the word is a little bit different, just in Spain, okay? And we're going to learn more about that later. Everywhere else, it's les gusta, and les gusta is also they like. You'll notice that all of these are talking about one person, and all of these are talking about more than one person. Take a second, pause this video, and make sure to catch up on your note sheet. Let's look at some examples here. Nos gusta escuchar música. Now, we already know that escuchar música means to listen to music. In English, this means nos gusta, to listen to music. Can you spot the infinitive in this sentence? If you said that escuchar is the infinitive, or if you thought that, you are correct. Te gusta montar en bicicleta. Do you see the infinitive there? Montar. You like to ride a bicycle. Think for a moment. What kind of you are we talking about? You're right. You familiar. Someone younger than you, a classmate, a friend. Very good. To add emphasis or to clarify who is being talked about, we're going to add a plus a name, which we've already practiced that. We already know that. For example, I could say, a Victor le gusta comer hamburguesas. Or I could say, a Maria Maria y a Luis les gusta estudiar. What we haven't learned is what pronouns we can use with gustar. Fill in your note sheet as we go through this. Now, the first one should sound familiar. A mí me gusta. We know that one. Now, if we want to emphasize that you really like something, you familiar, a ti te gusta. Now, we don't always necessarily want to use names. Okay, maybe I want to say she likes something instead of Maria likes something. So for that, I'll use a ella. If I want to say he really likes something, I'll say a él. And if I want to say you, formal, really likes something, I'm going to say a usted. All right, we just learned two very important new vocabulary words. Ella, él. Hopefully you already knew and remember that usted is you, formal. I would suggest writing this down, ella and él and usted, and what they mean, either on your vocabulary list, somewhere on your note sheet, or in your notebook. All right, on to the other side. If we want to emphasize that we really like something, well, we'll say a nosotros. Or if we are a group of girls, we will say a nosotras. Okay? Now, let's pause and talk about this word, nosotros. Nosotros, we should add this into our vocabulary or into our notes, means we. Okay? With nosotros, it can be a group of all males or a group of males and females. Okay? Even one boy in the mix makes it masculine, okay, with this OS. Now, if we are a group of girls, just girls, then we can change this to nosotras. Okay? Same goes for our next word that we're going to add to our list. A vosotros or vosotras. Vosotros means you plural, meaning you to a group of people, more than just one. I like to think of it as y'all. Okay? And if you are talking to a group of males and females, or just males, it'll be vosotros. If you are talking to a group of just females, now it's going to switch to vosotras. Did you guess it? All right. Now, another word that means the same thing as you plural, because if you remember, this box is only for Spain. So everywhere else, instead of vosotros, we're going to use ustedes, which means you plural, or you can think of it as y'all. The exact same thing as vosotros, but we can use it anywhere. Okay? A ustedes. Okay, we're only going to add 2 more words to this because remember, les gusta can mean you all like, or it can mean they like. So I'm going to add a ellos and a ellas. So, what do ellos and ellas mean? They both mean the exact same thing. They. Can you guess the difference between ellos and ellas? Ellos is only if you're talking about a group of males or mixed, male and female. Ellas is only if you are talking about a group of girls. That's everything. To add everything we need to know about adding emphasis or clarifying who is being talked about. Okay? I just want to add one more thing to this, and that is that this is the most important part. To say what someone likes to do, you need one of these, okay? This extra piece to add emphasis or to clarify is optional. You do need to know how to use them, but it's optional. Let's look at these examples. A mí me gusta comer la fruta. So what we're saying here is that I really like to eat fruit. A mí me gusta comer la fruta. Okay? A ustedes les gusta hablar por teléfono. What does ustedes mean again? You all, okay, or y'all. You all like to speak on the phone. Now, let's look at these two examples here. What could we put in front of them to emphasize? Take a minute, pause the video, and add your ideas onto your note sheet. All right, if you're unsure of what to put for this one because there's so many options, that's totally okay. That's correct. We could put él, he likes to drink water. Ella, she likes to drink water. Usted, you formal like to drink water. Or you could even put a name. Valentin le gusta beber el agua. Any of these are the correct answer here because le gusta can mean so many different things. Now with os gusta, we only have one option. Os gusta can only be a vosotros or a vosotras. You have on the back of your note sheet some practice. I want you to take some time and see if you can do this practice using the notes that you just took on your note sheet. Okay? Please make sure to include your Spanish name, last name, hour, and day 1 or day 2. In the second section, you need to put in the first section, you're putting in the me gusta, te gusta, le gusta, nos gusta, os gusta, or les gusta, okay? One of these. In the second section, you're putting in what you could put in front of these phrases to emphasize or to clarify who likes to do these things. So that's using the notes from this box on your note sheet. Good luck. See me if you have any questions. Adios.